Welcome back. April is Autism Awareness Month, and here to help us recognize that and share more about the work they're doing for our autistic youth in our community is Marcus Tomir from the Institute for Autism Research at Canisius College. Hi, Marcus. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Why don't you start off by telling us about the Institute for Autism Research and what your mission is?
So the Institute for Autism Research really focuses on three main things. One is to be a leading cutting-edge research on programs for autistic individuals. Kids is who we work with. We've worked with kids from age 4 to age 12. So it's programs as well as features and characteristics, ways to maximize the performance of kids with our autistic kids. We also are a training center for students, future clinicians, future researchers to, again, help them learn ways to maximize opportunities, potential for autistic individuals. And then the third area of our research is really focusing on being a training, consultation, getting the information that we've collected, validating the treatments that we've done, getting that information out to teachers, clinicians, other clinicians, as well as parents. So again, we're always trying to maximize the potential of autistic individuals.
Mm-hmm. So those are the three programs you've developed?
Well, we've done a couple, but ones that we've actually validated have been, our first one that we did was our Summer Max program, and that one we've been doing for over 22 years. We've done a Summer Max, we call it Summer Max. We have a school-based program, School Max, and then we did an outpatient program, what was called Max Out. And all of those programs work on teaching skills, teaching social skills, and then providing multiple opportunities for the kids to practice those skills. Mm-hmm. So we work on, social skills, emotion recognition, getting these kids to understand that it's not just the words people say, it's how you say it. We work on, and the social skills is basic ones all the way up to dealing with another's emotion, being a good sport, joining in, etc. We work on interest expansion. Everybody has the right to their interest, but it's working on getting autistic individuals to learn. They have the right to their interest, but other people might have different perspectives. Mm-hmm. And so expanding that. And then the fourth area we work on is what we call the interpretation, a fancy way to say, the interpretation of non-literal language, which is working on idioms. Mm-hmm. Autistic individuals sometimes can be, despite their intelligence, can be very literal. And so they get stuck on the language, one way of hearing it, and that's the way it always has to mean. Mm-hmm. And understanding that words can have different meanings depending on the context. But those are the three programs that we've done.
So tell us more about how the results of these programs have been observed in follow-up studies.
Well, one of the things we know that, breaking down skills and getting lots of opportunities to practice, it has been shown to be very effective. Mm-hmm. All the programs I mentioned, School Max, Max Out, Summer Max, we've done randomized clinical trials. Again, we've shown that when you compare it to kids that don't get the program, kids that got these programs made significant gains, right? And so but a lot of the studies don't really do a follow-up, a longer-term follow-up. It's one thing to get results, hey, this works, but okay, what about down the road? A year down, 2 years down, 3 years, 4 years? And we just completed a study that we looked at kids that were in our School Max program, which was a program done in schools. The school staff ran it, mm-hmm. and that was done for a 10-month school year. We followed those kids from 2 to 5 years later, right, and showed that those kids that got the School Max program, the initial study, let me back up. The initial study showed that those kids that participated in School Max did significantly better. There was larger effects than kids that just got what was typically offered in the schools. And so, so that was great, but we showed, over a 12-month period, we did 3 different testing points. We showed that kids that got the School Max program continued to maintain the gains that they had. Mm-hmm. And then those kids, so when we did the study, we had kids that got the school-based program, and then kids that just got whatever was offered from the school. Mm-hmm. Those that was the control group. Those that were in that business as usual, when after the end of the school year, they got our Summer Max program, which we know works, but they got our Summer Max program. We also followed up those kids 2 to 5 years later, and we showed that those kids, once they got the program, maintained those gains 2 to 5 years post the intervention.
What you're doing is working, and it's making a difference.
And that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
Maximizing their potential.
That's all it's about. And during this month, it's just about raising awareness for people that are not so different. They just have different needs and different ways of approaching life, right?
Right.
Thank you so much
Exactly.
for coming in and sharing about what you do. And viewers, if you would like more details on everything the Institute for Autism Research is doing, visit their website at canisius.edu/IAR. Thanks again for coming in, Marcus.
Oh, thank you for having us.